Good morning and welcome to Live in a Greenhouse's first episode on YouTube. This channel will bring you along on my journey to design, build, and then live in the first home fully enclosed in a greenhouse in the United States. On my blog, I've written about several of the design issues that are unique to this sort of a project, but I've been waiting to start these videos until the construction started. If you've been following my blog, however, link in the description down below, you'll know that it took almost 9 months for my building permit to be issued. The consequence of that delay is that I lost my spot in the excavation contractor's schedule, so now I'm waiting for him to become available again. My property is comprised of what used to be 2.5 parcels that the previous owners about 30 years ago brought in temporary power and water, cable TV service, and they built a permitted septic system that has the tanks on one of the parcels, the sand filter on a second parcel, and the drain field on a third parcel. This property was vacant, however, for several years before I purchased it in early 2020, and brush had grown up in most of the area that used to be open. So today I'm going to tackle the unglamorous project of trying to find the 4 corners of the drain field so we know where that is to protect it during the construction, and we know where it isn't so that we can use that space for maneuvering machinery and material storage. But a couple days ago, a weather pattern known as an atmospheric river came through this area, and it dumped about a month of rain in 2 days, so everything is absolutely soaked. It's also a little bit cold today, although the weather is calling for partly cloudy, partly sunny, but no rain today. So I'm going to suit up in a couple of layers and my supersized fall weather gear and head outside. As you can see, the drain field area is very overgrown. Last spring I started to cut back the brush and I found 2 of the outlet covers over near the downed tree. The septic as-built plan shows there are 3 lines for the drain field, with the inlet on the north end near the driveway and the outlet on the south end near the tree. I was not able to find the 3rd outlet, which is today's task. One of the outlets I found is definitely number 1, but it's not clear if the 2nd is the outlet for pipe number 2 or for pipe number 3. If I found the outlet for pipe number 2, then the 3rd should be around that clump of tall brush. If I found the outlet for pipe number 3, then I should look to the lower right of the wood chips. The previous owners placed these rocks here that are in the right place to mark the left or north end of the drain field when I measured back from outlet number 1. But as you can see from when I cut the brush earlier in the spring, there isn't a similar row marking the west or downhill side, and as a result, the tree service drove across the drain field to dump a load of chips onto the back of the drain field. I want to prevent any more of these kinds of accidents. First order of business is to measure for where the as-built plan indicates the 3rd outlet should be. Assuming I've found the outlets for pipe number 1 and 2, that's where I'll start cutting today. And let the search begin. Making my guess for how the tree sits on the land, I'm starting my search on this side of the tree, and if I don't find the outlet here, I'll move to the other side. Didn't find it there, so let's try a second location, the other side of the tree. Some people might be thinking, why did you drop a tree on what could have been your drain field? And the answer is it was really the only place we could drop this tree. It was very tall, and as you can see, it was right next to the trailer, and it was totally rotten in its core. It was going to fall in a storm. It was just a matter of time, and was it going to fall on the trailer? Was it going to fall on the cars, etc.? So this is as close to the property line between my property and the other side of that big tree is the line to my neighbor. So this tree is not actually sitting on the ground, so we didn't think that there would be damage to the drain field by it landing. It's just making it a little bit more difficult to find that outlet to the drain field. But going to power on now. Didn't find it on that side either. So third location is going to move out from the prior position. And fourth location is moving out from the prior position on the other side of the tree. One thing I did find is this line, which I cut by accident. First I thought it was the water line to the trailer. It is not, so yay. But when I brought in the new trailer, there was not a live outlet at the RV pad, and we couldn't figure out where the power was coming from because the power pole is way up there through these trees. So we cannibalized the line that had been going to the cabin over there and used that to power the trailer. Well, it looks like I have found the power supply, and it's coming down the south edge of the property rather than the north edge or the driveway as we had thought that it was. I also found the internet line that runs to the trailer. There it is. Fortunately, for a good distance, it's under this tree. Giving up on that general area for now, maybe what I thought was pipe number 2 is actually pipe number 3, so measuring where the middle pipe is most likely to be. And on to location number 5. And now the other side of the tree for location number 6. Let's check the plan again and try measuring the radius outward from outlet number 1. face outward from outlet number 2. Maybe I didn't look in a large enough space before. Back to the other side of the tree I go. This is getting ridiculous. For position number 8, let's cut the grass on the edge of the pile of wood chips. Location number 9 is both the last place it could reasonably be and the worst place to look because of the branches and debris from when the tree was dropped, but it's worth at least a look. And there's today's game for you folks. Final score, Drainfield 9, Sean Zip. Ultimately, I ended up measuring back 36 feet from outlet number 1 toward the driveway and believe that the row of rocks are in the correct place to protect the north or left edge of the drain field. Hopefully, excavation will begin after Thanksgiving. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified when videos upload from the start of the construction.